Hello, good evening, and welcome to an Act 1 presentation, William Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing, which is one of Shakespeare's least murdery plays. The body count is very low compared to most Shakespeare plays. This is, by and large, a comedy. It's a love story, it's a comedy, it has some great Shakespearean drama that I think everybody here is going to enjoy. I want you all to remember what Shakespeare said, though, which is that it is up to the audience. You have to use your imagination. Shakespeare tried his best to fit the battlefields of France into a small cockpit, and he couldn't do it. And he said it was up to the audience to fill in the gaps. So we tonight are in Messina, and we are going to begin this story the way that a lot of other stories begin throughout all of history, with the arrival of a messenger.
My lord, my lord!
I learned from this letter that Don Pedro of Padua comes this night to Messina.
He is very near by this. He was not 3 legs off when I left him.
How many gentlemen have you lost in this action?
But few of any sort, and none of name.
A victory is twice itself when the achiever returns home with full number. Oh, I see that Don Pedro hath bestowed great honor on a young Florentine called Claudio.
Much deserved on his part, and equally remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing in the figure of a lamb the feats of a lion.
I pray you, has Signor Montanto returned from the wars, or no?
I know none of that name, lady. There was none such in the wars of any sort.
Who is this that you ask for, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he is returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? Or pray, how many hath he killed? For indeed I did promise to eat all of his killing.
He hath done good service in these wars, and he's a good soldier too, lady.
And a good soldier to a lady, but what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honorable virtues.
Oh, it is so indeed. He is a stuffed man, but for stuffing. Well, we are all mortal.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There is a merry war betwixt Signor Benedict and her. They never meet, but there is a skirmish of wit between them.
Alas, he gains nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, so that now the whole man is governed with 1. So, if he have enough wit left to keep himself warm, let him bear it for a difference between himself and his horse, for it's all he hath left to be known a reasonable creature. But I pray you, who is his new companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
It's possible?
Oh, very easily possible, for you see, he wears his faith, but as the fashion of his hat, it ever changes with the next block.
I see, lady. The gentleman is not in your books.
Nay, an he were, I would burn my study. But, pray you, who is his new companion now? Is there no young squire now who will make a voyage with him to the devil?
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord, he will hang upon him like a disease. If he hath caught the Benedict, it will cost him 1,000 pounds ere be cured.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Do, good friend, do.
You will never run mad, niece.
No, not till a hot January.
Don Pedro's approaching.
My good Signor Leonato, you have come to meet your trouble. The fashion of the world is to avoid cost, yet you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I should think that this is your daughter.
Her mother hath often told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Signor Benedict? No.
You have it full, Benedict. We may guess by this what you are, being a man. Truly, the lady fathers herself. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honorable father.
If Signor Leonato be her father, she wouldn't have his head on her shoulders for all of Messina, as like him as she is.
I wonder that you should still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What, my dear Lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Oh, should Disdain die when she hath such meat food to feed her as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself would come to disdain if you come in her presence.
Why, then is courtesy a turncoat? But it is certain I am loved of all the ladies, only you excepted. And I would I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
Oh, in a dear happiness to women, else they should be troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood I'm of your humor for that. I'd rather hear my dog bark at a crow than hear a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall scape a predestinate scratched face.
Oh, and scratching could not make it worse and toward such a face as yours were.
Why, you are a rare parrot teacher.
Bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue and so good a continuer, but keep your way in God's name I have done.
Oh, you always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
Signor Claudio and Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonato hath invited you all. I tell him we shall stay here at least the month.
Let me bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled with the prince your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I'm not of many words, but I thank you.
Lead on, my grace.
Your hand, Leonato, we shall go together.
Benedict, didst thou note the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you question me as an honest man should do for my simple true judgment? Or would you have me speak after my fashion as a professed tyrant to their sex?
I pray thee, speak in sober judgment.
Well, methinks she is too low for high praise, too brown for fair praise, and too little for great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that were she other than she is, she were unhandsome, but being no other than as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkst I am in sport. I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
The world buys such a jewel.
Yea, and a case to put it into?
In mine eyes, she's the sweetest lady that ever I looked on.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such thing. There's her cousin. If she were not possessed with a fury, it exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
Oh, it's come to this? Hath not the world one man? Shall wear his cap with suspicion. Shall I never see a bachelor of 80 again? God, look, Don Pedro has returned to seek you.
What secret hath held you here that you followed not to Leonato's?
I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
You hear, Count Claudio? I can be as secret as a dumb man. I would have you think so. And on my allegiance, mark you this, on my allegiance, he's in love. And with who? There's your grace's mark. Mark you how short the answer is. With Hero, Leonato's short daughter.
If it were so were it uttered.
Like the old tale, my lord, it is not so, nor 'twas not so, but indeed God forbid it should be so.
If my passion change not shortly, God forbid it should be otherwise.
Well, amen if you love her, for the lady is very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, my lord.
By my troth I speak my thought.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
Oh, by my 2 faiths and troths, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how she should be loved or know how she should be worthy is an opinion fire cannot melt that out of me. I will die in it at the stake.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
And never could maintain his part than the force of his own will.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. But that I should have a recheat winded in my forehead, or place my bugle in an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me, because I will not do them the wrong to mistrust any. I will do myself the right to trust none, and the fine is, for which I may go the finer, I will live a bachelor.
I shall see thee ere I die look pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, Or with hunger, my lord, but not love.
Well, as time shall try, the savage bull doth bear the oak.
The savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead, and let me be vilely painted in such great letters as they may write, "Here is good horse to hire." And let them signify under my sign, "Here you may find Benedict, the married man."
If that should be, thou wouldst be horn mad.
Nay, mock not. Ere you flout old ends any further, examine your conscience. And so I leave you.
How now, brother?
Well, brother, I have strange news you yet dream not of.
Are they good?
As the event stamps them, though they have a good cover, they show well outward. The prince and Count Claudio were walking in a thick pleached alley in mine orchard, and were thus much overheard by a man of mine. The prince discovered to Claudio that he was in love with my niece, your daughter, and meant to acknowledge it tonight in a dance. And if you found her courted, he meant to take the present time by the top and instantly break with you of it.
Hath the fellow any wit that told you this?
A good sharp fellow. I will send for him, and you can question him yourself.
No. We shall hold it as a dream until it appear itself. But I shall acquaint my daughter withal, that she may be the better prepared with an answer, if peradventure this be true. Go you and tell her of it.
What good year, my lord? Why art thou ever sad?
There is no measure in the occasion this breeds. Therefore the sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I have heard it, what blessing brings it?
If not a present remedy, at least a patient's sufferance.
I wonder that thou, being as thou sayest thou art, born under Saturn, goest about to apply a moral medicine to a mortifying mischief. I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have reason, and laugh at no man's jests. Eat when I have stomach, and wait for no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy, and tend on no man's business. Laugh when I am merry, and claw no man in his humor.
Yea. But you must not make full show, so you can do it without control. You have waged war against your brother, and he hath taken you under his grace, which seem impossible. Take root, and by the fair weather, frame the season for your own harvest.
I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace, and it better fits my blood to be disdained of all than to fashion a carriage to rob love from any. In this, it cannot be said I am a flattering, honest man. It must not be denied, but I am a plain-dealing villain. I am entrusted with a muzzle and enfranchised with a claw. Therefore I have decreed not to sing in my cage. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be as I am and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only. Who comes here? What news, Baracchio?
I came yonder from the great supper. The prince your brother is royally entertained by Leonato, and I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve any model to build mischief on?
Married is your brother's right hand.
The most exquisite Claudio.
Even he.
Proper squire. And who, which way looks he?
Marry upon Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonato.
Very forward march, chick. Come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young upstart has all the glory of my overthrow, and if I can cross him any way, I bless myself every way. You are both sure you will assist me.
To the death, my lord.
Come, let us do the great supper. Their cheer will be the greater that I am subdued. Where the cook would of my mind. Let's go prove what's been done.
We will wait upon your wish.
Was not Count John here at supper?
I saw not.
How tartly that gentleman looks. I can never see him, but am heartburned an hour after.
He's of a very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent gentleman that were made somewhere just in the midway between him and, Signor Benedict. One is too like an image and says nothing. The other is too like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
So, half of Signor Benedict's tongue in Count John's mouth, and half of Count John's melancholy in Signor Benedict's face.
With a good leg and a good foot, uncle, and enough money to carry in his, purse. Such a man could win any woman in the world if he could get her goodwill.
By my troth, niece, thou wilt never get thee a husband if thy be so shrewd of thy tongue.
In faith, she's too cursed.
Too cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God's sending that way. For it is said that God sends a cursed cow, short horns, but to a cow too cursed he sends none.
So, by being too cursed, God will send thee no horns.
Yea, and send me no husband, for the like of which I am at him on my knees every morning and evening. God, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. I would rather lie in the woolen.
Oh, you may light upon a husband that hath no beard.
And what should I do with him, uncle? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? For he that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, well, I am not for him. Therefore, you could even say I would take sixpence unto the bear ward and lead his apes into hell.
So, go you into hell, niece?
No, but to the gate. And there will the devil meet me, with horns on his head like an old cuckold, and say, "Get you to heaven, man, let's get you to heaven. Here's no place for you knaves." So deliver I up my apes, and away to St. Peter. He shows me where the bachelors sit, and there we live as merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust you'll be ruled by your father.
Oh, yes, it is my cousin's duty to curtsy and say, "Father, as it please you." But, for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, else make another curtsy and say, "Father, as it please me."
Niece, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth.
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince should solicit you in that kind, you know your answer.
Oh, but the fault will be in the music, cousin, if you not be wooed in good time. But if the prince be too important a gentleman, simply explain that there's measure in everything, and then dance out the answer.
You apprehend passing shrewdly, niece.
I have a good eye, uncle. I can spot a church by daylight.
Revelers. Think they are coming. Ooh. Come.
Lady, will you walk about? Lady! Will you walk about with your friend?
So, you walk softly and look sweetly and say nothing. I'm yours for the walk, and especially when I walk away.
With me in your company.
I may say so, when I please,
And when please you to say so.
when I like your favor.
Speak low if you speak with love.
Well, I would that you did like me.
So would not I, for your own sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Which is what?
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you the better. The hearers may cry amen.
God matched me with a good dancer.
Margaret!
Oh, and God keep him from my sight when the dance is done.
No more words. The clerk is in. Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you tell me who you are.
Not now.
Then I was disdainful. I got my wit out of the 100 merry tales. 'Twas our Signor Benedict who said so.
What's he?
Oh, I'm sure you know him well.
Not I, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Oh, why, he is the prince's jester. A very dull fool. His only gift is in devising impossible slanders, and none but libertines delight in him. And the commendation is not in his wit, but in his villainy. For you see, he both pleases men and angers them, and then they laugh at him and beat him. I'm sure he was in the fleet. I would have boarded me.
Yeah, when I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you said.
Oh, do. He'll but mark a comparison or two on me, which for adventure neither marked nor laughed at, will send him into a melancholy. And then there's a partridge wing saved, for the fool will eat no supper that night. Come, cousin! Come, we must follow the leader.
Every good thing.
My brother is enamored on Nero. He has withdrawn with her father to break with him about it. Oh, not you, Signor Benedict.
You know me well, I am he.
Signor, you are very near to my brother in his love. He is amorous on Hero. Pray dissuade him from her. She is no equal to his birth. You can do the part of an honest man in it.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I too, and he swore he would marry her tonight.
Come to the banquet.
I answer I with the name of Benedict, but hear this ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so the prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all things, save for the offices and affairs of love. Therefore, let all hearts in love use their own tongue. Let every eye negotiate for itself and trust no agent. The beauties of whose charms faith melteth into blood. This was an accident avowedly proof which I mistrusted not, therefore farewell, hero.
Oh, Count Claudio.
Yea, the same?
Come, will you go with me?
Whither?
Even to the next willow, about your own business, County. What fashion will you wear the garland of? About your neck like a usurer's chain, under your arm like a lieutenant's scarf? You have to wear it one way, for the prince hath got your hero.
Wish him joy of her.
Oh, spoken like an honest drovier, so they sell bullocks. Did you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you leave me.
Oh, now you strike like a blind man. 'Twas the boy that stole your meat, and you beat the post.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Alas, poor fowl. Now will he creep into sedges. Beatrice should know me yet not know me. The princess fool. It may be I go under that title because I am married. Yea, I am apt to do myself wrong. I am not so reputed. It is the base, though bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world in her person and so gives me out. Oh, I will be revenged as I may.
Now, Signor, where's the Count? Did you see him?
Troth, my lord, I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. But I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace hath got the goodwill of this young lady. I offered him my company to the willow tree, either to make him up a garland, as for being forsaken, or bind him up a rod, as being worthy to be whipped.
To be whipped? What's his fault?
The flat transgressions of a schoolboy, who, being overjoyed at finding a bird's nest, shows it his friend, and he steals it.
Wilt thou make trust a transgression? The transgression is in the stealer.
Yet it had not been amiss that the rod had been made, and the garland too. For the garland he might have worn himself, and the rod he might have bestowed upon you, who, as I take it, hath stolen his bird's nest.
I will but teach them to sing and restore them to the owner.
Well, if their singing answer your saying, then by my troth, you say honestly.
The Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel with you. The lady that danced with her, the gentleman that danced with the lady, told her she is much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me past the endurance of a block. An oath that with one green leaf on it would have scolded her. My very visor began to assume life and scold with her. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me. I stood like a man at the mark with a whole army shooting at me. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there'd be no living near her. She'd infect to the North Star. I would not marry her, were she endowed with all that Adam had left her before he transgressed. She would have made Hercules have turned spit, yea, and cleft his club to make the fire too. Come, talk not of her. I would to God some sorcerer would conjure her, for indeed, while she is here, a man may live as quiet in hell as in a sanctuary, and people will sin upon purpose in order to go thither. So indeed, all disquiet, horror, and perturbation follows her.
Look, here she comes!
Will my lordship command me any service to the world's end? I will go on any errand now to the Antipodes that you can devise to send me on. I will fetch you a toothpicker now from the furthest inch of Asia, bring you a length of Prester John's foot, fetch you a hair from the great Cham's beard, do you any embassage to the pygmies, rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy. You have no employment for me?
None, but to desire your good company.
Oh, God, sir. Here is a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Oh, yea, my lord. He lent it me a while, and I made good use for it, my double heart for his single one. Marry, once he won it off me with a pair of false dice.
Therefore you could conclude that I have lost it. You have put him down, lady. You have put him down. So I would not he should do me, my lord, lest I prove the mother of fools. Look, here come Count Claudio, whom you sent me seek. Why, how now, Count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then? Sick?
Neither, my lord.
Count is neither sick, nor sad, nor merry, nor well. Oh, it's civil, Count. Civil as an orange, and something of that jealous complexion. In faith, lady, I think your blazon to be true. Though if he be so, his conceit is false. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and their hero is one. I have broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give you joy.
Count, take of thee my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace hath made the match, and may grace say amen to it.
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I were but little happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I do give myself to you and dote on the exchange.
Speak, cousin, or if thou canst not, stop his mouth with a kiss, and let him not speak either.
Oh, in faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Yea, my lord, I thank it, poor fool. It keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
So she doth, cousin.
Good Lord for alliance. And thus goes everyone to the world but I. And I am sunburnt. I may sit in a corner and cry, hey ho, for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
Oh, I would one of your father's getting. Now your lord have a brother just like you? For your father does get excellent husbands for a maid if she could come by.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord, lest I could have another for working days. Your grace is far too costly to wear every day. But I pray you, my lord, pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me, and to be merry best becomes you, for out of question you were born in a merry hour.
Oh no, my lord, my mother cried. A star danced above it, and then I was born. Cousins, God give you joy!
Niece, will you please go and attend to that which I told you of?
Oh, by your mercy, uncle, and by your grace's pardon!
By my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady.
There is none of that melancholy element here, my lord. She is never sad, but when she sleeps, and not even sad then. My daughter hath told me that she hath often dreamt of unhappiness, and waked herself with laughing.
She cannot endure to hear tell of a husband.
Oh, my no. She mocks all of her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
My lord, 2 weeks married and they would talk themselves mad.
County Claudio, when mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time goes on crutches till love have all its rights.
Not until Monday, my dear son, and hence just 7 nights, and a time too brief, too, to answer all my mind.
Come, you shake your head in so long a breathing, but I shall warn you, the time will not go dully by us. I will, in the interim, undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Signor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I would fain have it a match, and I doubt not but to fashion it, if you 3 will provide such assistance as I shall give you direction.
My lord is with thee. I am with thee, my lord, though it cost me 10 nights watching.
And I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero.
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
And Benedict is not the unhopefullest husband that I know. Thus far can I praise him. He is of a noble strain, of approved valor and confirmed honesty. I will teach you how to humor your cousin, so that she shall fall in love with Benedict. And I, with your two helps, will so practice on Benedict, that in despite of his quick wit and his queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. We can do this. Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods. Go in with me, and I will tell you my drift.
It is so. The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonato.
Yea, my lord. But I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment will be medicinal to me. I am sick in displeasure to him, and whatsoever comes athwart his affection ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross this marriage?
I think I've told your lordship a year since how much I am in the favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman here.
I remember.
I can, at any seasonable instant of the night, point her to look out her lady's chamber window.
And what life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
Oh, proof of that lies in nudity. Go to the prince your brother. Spare not to tell him that he hath wronged his honor and married the renowned Claudio, whose estimation you do mightily hold up to a contaminated stale, such a one as zero.
And what proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo Hero, and kill Leonardo. Look you for any other issue.
Despite them, I would endeavor anything.
Go then. Find me and meet hour to draw Don Pedro and Count Claudio alone. Tell them that you know Hero loves me. And send a kind of zeal both to the prince and Claudio, as love of your brother's honor that made this match, and friend's reputation, which is less like to be cozen with the semblance ever made, that you discovered thus. They will scarcely believe this without trying. Offer them instances, which shall bear no less likelihood than to see me at her chamber window. Hear me call Margaret Hero, hear Margaret turn me Claudio, and bring them to see this the very night before the intended wedding. For in the meantime, I will so fashion the matter so that here shall be absence, and there shall appear such seeming truth, appear as disloyalty, that jealousy shall be called assurance, and all the preparation overthrown.
Oh, put this into working, and I will put it into practice. Be cunning in the working thus, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Cross at the accusation. My cutting shall not shame me.
I will presently go learn the day of their marriage.
I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool by dedicating his behavior to love, will, after he had laughed at such shallow folly in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. Such a man is Claudio. I have known when he had no music in him but the drum and the fife. Now he had rather listen to the tabor than the pipe. I have known when he would have walked 10 miles afoot to see a good armor. And now will he lie 10 nights awake carving the fashion of a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose like an honest man of a soldier. And now he's turned orthography. Every word a fantastical banquet. So many strange dishes. May I be so converted to see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. I will not be sworn. But love may transform me to an oyster. But I take an oath on it. Until he hath made an oyster of me, he'll never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come into my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look upon her. Mild, or come not near me. Noble, but not I for an angel. Of good discourse, an excellent musician. Hair shall be whatever. Please God.
Come, Leonato, what was it you told me of today? That your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedict.
Oh, aye, stock on the foul sits. I did never think that lady could have loved any man.
No, nor I, neither. Considering Signor Benedict, how he should ever abhor him.
It's possible since the wind in this corner?
By my troth, I do not know what to think, my lord. He hath an enraged affection.
Maybe she doth but counterfeit.
Faith, like enough.
Oh God, counterfeit. Never was there counterfeit of passion that came so near the life of passion that she discovers it.
Why, what effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook well, this fish will bite.
What effects? She will sit you. I know you heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed.
How, I pray you? You amaze me! I would have thought her spirits had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
Oh, I would have sworn too, especially against Benedict.
I should think this would go, but that the white-haired fellow speaks it, knavery cannot sure hide itself in such reverence.
He hath taken the infection. Hold it up.
Hath she made her affection known to Benedict?
No, and she swears she never will. That is her torment.
'Tis true, so your daughter says. Shall I, says she who so oft encountered him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
This is what she says now as she begins to write. She is up 20 times a night, and there she will sit in her smock until she hath writ a sheet of paper.
Now you talk of a sheet of paper, I remember a pretty jest your daughter told us of.
After she had writ it, she read it over and found Benedict and Beatrice between the sheets. And then she tore it into 1,000 halfpence and railed at herself for being so immodest as to write to one whom she knew would flout her. Says she, I measure him by my spirit, for I would flout him if he should write to me. Yea, though I love him, I should.
Then, down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet penitent, God give me patience.
Oh, the ecstasy hath so overborne her that my daughter is afeard that she will commit some desperate act against herself.
Perhaps Benedict should hear of it by some other if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would make but a sport of it and torment the poor lady worse.
And he should. It were an alms to hang him. For she is an excellent sweet lady, and out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
And she is exceeding wise.
In everything but in loving Benedict.
Oh, my lord. Wisdom and blood combating in so tender a body. We have 10 proof to 1 that blood will be the victor. Oh, I feel so sorry for her, and it is my due, as I am her uncle and her guardian.
I would she had bestowed this dotage on me. I would have doffed all other respects and made her half myself. Come, let us tell Benedict of it. See what I will say.
Would that good, you think?
Hero thinks surely she will die. For she says she will die if he do not love her, and she will die ere he make his love known, and she will die if he woo her, rather than bate one breath of her accustomed crossness.
She doth well. If she should make tender of affection, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it, for the man, as you all know, hath a contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man.
He hath indeed a good outward happiness.
Before God, and in my mind he is very wise.
As Hector, I assure you, and in the managing of quarrels, you may say that he is wise, for he either avoids them with great discretion, or undertakes them with a most Christian-like fear.
If he doth fear God, he must necessarily keep the peace. If he break the peace, he ought to do so in facing a quarrel with fear and trembling.
And so will he do, for the man doth fear God, though it seem not in him by some outward justice he may make. Well, I am sorry for your niece. Shall we go to Benedict and tell him of her love?
Never, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, this is impossible. She may wear her heart out first.
Well, we shall hear more of it by your daughter. Let it cool the while. For I love Benedict well, and wish he would modestly examine himself to see how unworthy he is so good a lady.
Shall we walk? Breakfast is ready.
If you do not dote on her upon this, I will never trust my expectations.
Let this be the scene that I would see. It will be merely a dumb show. For when they hold one in opinion of another's dotage, that's the scene that I would see. Come, let us send her to call him into breakfast.
This can be no trick. Conference was savage born. They have the truth of this from Hero. Love me? Why? It must be requited. I hear how I am censored. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say, too, that she would rather die than give a sign of her affection. But I did never think to marry. I must not seem proud. Happy are they that hear their imperfections and put them to mending. They say the lady is fair, to the truth, I can bear them witness, and virtuous, 'tis so, I cannot reprove it, and wise, but for loving me. Oh, it is no addition to her wit, nor no great argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me, because I have railed for so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Shall quips and sentences and these paper bullets of the brain awe a man from the career of his humor? No! The world must be people. When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I were married. Here is Beatrice. Oh, by this day, she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come to breakfast.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pain.
I take no more pain for those thanks than thou takes pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure, then, in the message?
Yea, as one may take a knife's point and choke a daw withal. You have no stomach, senor. Fare you well.
I am sent against my will to bid you come in for breakfast. There's a double meaning in that.
Are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my new trothed lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they loved Benedict, to wish him wrestle with affection and never let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full as fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall couch upon?
God of love, I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look on, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. She cannot love.
Sure, I think so, yet tell her of it. Hear what she'll say.
No, rather I will go to Benedict and counsel him to fight against his passion.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedict.
He's the only man of Italy, always excepting my dear Claudio.
When are you married, madam?
Why, every day, tomorrow. Come, go in and I'll show thee some attires and have thy counsel which is the best to furnish me tomorrow.
She's the line that I want you. We've caught her, madam.
If proves so, then loving goes by haps. Some Cupid kills with arrows, some with traps.
What fire is in thine ears? Could this be true? Stand I condemned for scorn and pride so much? Well, contempt farewell and maiden pride adieu. No honor lives beyond the backs of such, and Benedict. Love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness will incite you to lift our love into a holy band, for I hear others say that thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reportingly.
Gallants, I am not as I've been.
So say I who thinks thou art sadder.
I hope he be in love.
Hang him, truant. If he be sad, he wants money.
I've got a toothache.
Draw it.
Hang it!
You must hang it first, then draw it afterwards.
Anyone can master a grief, but he that has it.
Yet say I, he is in love.
There is no appearance of fancy in him, unless it be a fancy that he has two strange disguises, as to be a Dutchman today, a Frenchman tomorrow, or in the shape of two countries at once, a Spaniard from the waist downward, all slops, or a German from the hip upward, no doublet. Unless he is a fool to this fancy, as it appears he is. He is no fool for fancy, as you would have it appear he is.
If he be not in love with some woman, there's no believing old signs. He touched his hat this morning, what should that bode?
Hath any man seen him at the barber's?
No, but the barber's man hath been seen with him, and the old ornament of his cheeks already hath stuffed tennis balls.
He looks younger than he did with the loss of his beard.
Yeah, he rubs himself with civet. Can you smell him out by that?
That's enough to say that sweet youth's in love.
The greatest note of it is in his melancholy.
And when was he wont to wash his face?
Yea, or to paint himself, for the which I hear what they say of him.
Nay, but in his jesting spirit, which is now crept into a lute string and governed by Scots.
That tells a heavy tale in him. Conclude. He is in love.
Nay, but I know who loves him.
I warrant that will I know too. One that knows him not.
Yes, and his ill conditions, and in despite of all, dies for him.
She shall be buried with her face upwards.
But is this no charm for a toothache? Good signor, walk aside with me. I have studied 8 or 9 words to speak to you that these hobby horses must not hear.
For my life, to break with him about Beatrice.
'Tis even so. Hero and Ursula have by this played their parts with Beatrice, so that the two bears will not bite one another when they do meet.
Ha!
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good den.
If your letter serve, I will speak with you.
In private?
If it please you, yet Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
Why, what's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow.
You know he does.
I know not that when he knows what I know.
Why, what's the matter?
I have come hither to tell you, circumstances shorten, for she has been too long a talking of. The lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she. Leonato's hero. Your hero. Every man's hero.
What? Disloyal?
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse. Think you of a worse word, and I will fit her to it. Wonder not till further warrant. Go but with me tonight, and you will see her chamber window entered even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, wed her tomorrow. But it would better fit your honor to change your mind.
May it be so?
I will not think it.
If you trust not that you see, confess not that you know. Go but with me, and it will be enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
I see anything. Night, I should not marry her tomorrow. In the congregation where we shall wed, there will I shame her.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, there will I join with thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage the lady no further till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
Oh, day untowardly turned.
Oh, mischief strangely thwarting.
Oh, plague right well prevented. So you will say when you have seen the sequel.
Are you a good man and true?
Yea, or else for pity, but he should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, thou art punishment far too good for him if he should have any allegiance in him, being chosen for the prince's watch.
We'll give him his charge, neighbor Dogberry.
Yes, this is your charge. You are to comprehend all vagger men and bid any man stand in the prince's name.
Alf will not stand.
Why? Then let him go, and take no note of him, and presently call together the rest of the watch, and thank God that you were rid of a knave.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, then he is none of the prince's subjects.
True, and you are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. Should also make no noise in the street, for the watch to babble and to talk is most tolerable and not to be endured.
I'd rather sleep than talk. I know it belongs to the watch.
Why, you speak like a most ancient and quiet watchman, for I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Only take the care that your bills be not stolen. We're also to call at all the ale houses and bid those that are drunk get them to bed.
How if they will not?
Why? Then let them alone till they are sober. If they make you then not the better answer, you may say they are not the men you took them for.
Well,
if you meet a thief in the night, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man, and for such kind of men, the less you meddle and make with them, the more is to your honesty.
if I know them to be a thief, shall I question them?
Truly, by your office you may, but I believe that those that touch pitch will be defiled. Therefore, the most peaceful way, if you are to take a thief, is to let him show himself for what he is, and steal out of your company.
You have always been called a merciful man, partner.
Truly, I would not hang a dog by my will, much less a man who hath honesty in him.
'Tis very true.
This is the end of your charge. You, constable, are to present the prince's own person. If you meet the prince in the night, you may stay him.
Nay, by your lady, thou think he cannot.
5 shillings to 1 aunt with any man who knows the statutes, you may stay him. Marry, not that the prince be willing, for the watch really ought to offend no man, and it is an offense to stay man against his will.
By our lady, I think it be so.
Well, masters, good night. And there be any matter of way chance, call up me.
And then my charge.
One word more, good neighbors. I pray that you watch around Signor Leonardo's house tonight, for the wedding being there tomorrow, there's a great coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant, I beseech you. Come, good neighbor.
What, Conrad? Conrad, I say!
Here, man, I am at thy elbow.
Mass, my elbow itched. I thought there would a scab follow.
I owe thee an answer. For now, forward with thy tale.
Well, stand me close then, and I will, like a true drunkard, utter all to thee. Stand. Therefore know that I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible that any villainy should be held so dear?
Thou shouldst rather ask if any villainy should be so rich, for when rich villains have need of poor ones may make what price they will.
I wonder at it.
That shows thou art unconfirmed. Thou notice that the fashion of a doublet or a hat or a cloak is nothing to a man.
Yea, it is the apparel.
I meant fashion.
The fashion is the fashion.
Tush, I may well say the fool's the fool. But seest thou not what deformed thief this fashion is?
I know that deformed. He's been up and down the 7th year. I remember his name.
Didst thou not hear somebody?
Nay, 'twas the veil in the house.
Know that tonight I have wooed Margaret, Lady Hero's gentlewoman, by name of Hero. She leads me out of her mistress's chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good night. I tell this tale vilely. I should first tell thee how the prince, the count, and my master, planted and placed and possessed by my master Don John, saw a far off any orchard, this amiable encounter?
And thought they, Margaret's hero.
Two of them did, the Prince and Claudio. But the devil, my master, knew she was Margaret, and partly by his host, which dispossessed him, partly by the dark night, which did deceive him, but chiefly by my villainy, which did confirm any slander that Don John had made. Away went Claudio, enraged, swore that he would meet her as he was appointed to the next morning at the temple, and there, before the whole congregation, shamed her with what he saw of her night and send her home again without a husband.
I charge you in the prince's name, stand. This is the greatest lecture ever heard by the Commonwealth.
Master.
I charge you, do not speak. I shall call upon the right master constable.
I would like to prove a goodly commodity being taken up of this man's bills.
Commodity in question, I warn you. Come, we'll obey you.
Good, cuz, go wake my cousin Beatrice and desire her rise.
I will, Lee.
Oh, and bid her come hither.
Well, troth, your other rubato were better, I think.
No, pretty good, Meg. I'll wear this.
By my troth, it's not so good. I warrant your cousin will say so.
My cousin's a fool, and there art another. I'll wear none but this.
Faith, I do like the new tire within excellently, if the hair were a thought browner. But your gown is a most rare fashion, if Faith. I saw the Duchess of Milan's new gown that they praise so.
That exceeds, they say.
Well, 'tis but a nightgown in respect of yours. Cloth of gold and cuts, laced with silver, set with pearls, down sleeves, side sleeves, and skirts, round underborne with a bluish tinsel, but for a fine, quaint, graceful, and excellent gown, yours is worth 10 odds.
Well, God give me joy to wear it. My heart is exceeding heavy.
Oh, to be heavier soon by the weight of a husband.
Fie upon thee! What, are not ashamed?
Of what, lady? Of speaking honorably? Is not marriage honorable in a beggar? And is not your lordship honorable without marriage? Well, and bad thinking do not rest true speaking. I'll offend nobody. Is there on any harm in the heavier for a husband? None, I think. And it be the right husband and the right wife. Otherwise, 'tis light and not heavy. Ask my Lady Beatrice else. Oh, here she comes.
Good morrow, cuz.
Oh, good morrow, sweet hero.
Why, how now? Do you speak in the sick tune?
I'm all out of other tune, methinks.
Oh, claps into Light of Love. That goes without a burden. Do you sing it and I'll dance it.
Yea, light of love, with your heels. Then you shall see if your husband have stables enough, he shall lack no barns.
Oh, illegitimate construction. I scorn that with my heels.
Ugh, 'tis almost 5 o'clock, cousin. 'Tis time you were ready. By my troth, I'm exceeding ill.
For a hawk, a horse, or a husband?
For the letter that begins them all, H.
Well, and you be not turned Turk, there's no more sailing by the Tsar.
What means the fool, trow?
Nothing, but God give everyone their heart's desire.
The gloves the Count sent me are an excellent perfume.
Oh, I cannot smell, cousin.
I'm stuffed.
Ooh, a maiden stuffed. Now there's an excellent catching of cold.
Oh, God help me. God help me. How long have you professed apprehension?
Even since you left it. Doth not my wit become me rarely?
It is not seen enough. You should wear it on your cap. Oh, by my troth, I am ill.
Well, get thee some of this distilled Cardus Benedictus, and lay it near your heart. It is the only thing for a qualm.
There thou prickest her with a thistle.
Benedictus? Why Benedictus? You have some moral in this Benedictus.
Oh, moral? Nay, by my troth, I have no moral meaning. I meant plain holy thistle. You may think, perchance,
that I think that you are in love. But nay, my lady, I am not such a fool as to think what I list, nor do I list what I think I can, nor indeed I cannot think. If I would think my heart out of thinking that you are in love, or will be in love, or can be in love. Yet Benedict was such another, and now he is become a man. He swore he would never marry, and now, in despite of his heart, he eats his meat without grudging. And how you may be converted I know not, yet methinks you look with your eyes, as other women do.
What pace is this thy tongue keeps?
Not a false gallop.
Madam, withdraw. The prince, the count, Signor Benedict, Don John, and all the gowns of the town have come to fetch you to church.
Help to dress me, good cuz, good Meg, good Ursula.
What hast thou with me, honest neighbor?
Marry, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly, sir.
Brief, I pray you, for this is a very busy time with me.
Marry, this it is, sir.
Yes, in truth it is, sir.
What is it, my good friend?
Oh, good, sir. Good neighbor Verges, sir, speaks a little off the matter. An old man, sir, and his wits are not as blunt as God help I would desire they be, but, say, sir, an honest soul, as honest as the skin between his brows.
Yes, I thank God I am as honest as any man living. That is an old man, and no honester than I.
Comparisons are onerous. Palappers, good neighbor.
Neighbors, thou art tedious.
Oh, why, it pleases your worship to say so, but if I were as tedious as a king, I could find it in my heart to bestow it all upon your worship.
All thy tediousness on me, eh?
Aye, and 20,000 more than 'tis, for I hear as good an explanation on your worship as any a man in this city, and, though I be but a poor man, glad to hear it.
And so am I.
I would know what thou hast to say.
Marry, sir, our watch tonight, accepting your worship's presence, hath taken a couple of errant knaves as any in Messina.
A good old man, sir, he will be talking, as they say, when the age is in, the wit is out. God help us, it will be a world to see. But God is a good man, and two men ride of a horse, one must ride behind. But in faith, sir, he's an honest soul, by my troth he is, as ever broke bread. But God is to be worshipped, and not all men are alike, alas, good neighbor.
Indeed, he comes too close by you.
Oh, gifts that God gives.
I must leave you.
Oh, one word more. Sir, our watch have indeed comprehended two auspicious persons that we would have this morning examined before your worship.
Take their examinations yourself and bring them to me for you, as you can see, I am in great haste now.
Yes, sir. Shall be suffragets.
Drink some wine, ere you go. Very well.
My lord, they stay here to give your daughter to her husband.
I will wait upon them. I am ready.
Go, good partner. Go get you to Francis C. Cole and bid him bring his pen and ink to the jail. We are now to examination these men.
And we must do it wisely.
And we shall spare for no wit, I warrant you. And here's that should bring some of them to a non-com. Only get the learned writer to sit down our excommunications and meet me at the jail. Go.
Come hither, my lord, to marry this lady.
No.
To be married. You come to marry her, friar.
Come hither, lady, to be married to this lord.
I do.
If either of you know any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any, hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any, count?
I dare make his answer. None.
Oh, what men may do? What men dare do? What men daily do, not knowing what they do?
How now interjections? Why, some be of laughing, as in hee.
Friar, by your leave, Father, you would free an unconstrained soul. Give me this maid, your daughter,
As freely, son, as God doth give her me.
and what have I to give you back, whose worth could counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you teach me noble thankfulness. There, Leonardo, take her back again. Not this rotten orange to your friend. She's but the sign and semblance of her honor. Behold, how like a maid she blushes here. What authority and show of truth can cunning sin cover itself withal? Comes not this blood as simple evidence of modest virtue? But all you that see her here would swear she were a maid by these exterior shows, but she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married, not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
Dear my lord, if thou by thy own proof have vanquished the resistance of her youth, and made defeat of her virginity,
I know what you would say. If I have known her, I did embrace her as a husband and thus extenuate the forehead sin. No, Leonardo, I never tempted her with word too large, but as a brother to his sister showed bashful sincerity and comely love.
And seemed I ever otherwise to you?
Out on thee, seeming! I will write against it. You seem to me as Diane in her ward, as chaste as the bud ere it be blown, but you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus! And those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
Is my lord well, that he doth speak so wide?
sweet prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? I stand dishonored that have gone about to link my dear friend to a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Sir, they are spoken, and these things are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
True, oh God!
Now, Leonardo, stand I here. Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is this face heroes? Are our eyes our own?
Oh, this is so, my lord, but what of this?
I do but move one question to your daughter, and by that fatherly and kindly power you have in her, bid her answer truly.
I charge thee answer, as thou art my child.
God defend me! How am I beset? What kind of catechizing call you this?
Bid you answer truly to your name.
Is it not Hero who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Oh, Hero! Married that can hero itself can blot out hero's virtue. What man who spoke with you yesternight at your window betwixt the hours of 12 and 1? If you are a maid, answer to this!
I spoke with no man at that hour, my lord.
Why then you are no maiden. Leonato, I am sorry you must hear, but on mine honor, myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her, hear her, talk with a ruffian at her chamber window, who, like a most liberal villain, confessed to the vile encounters they had had 1,000 times in secret.
Fie, these must not be named, my lord, not be spoke of. There is not chastity enough in language without offence to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy much misgovernment.
Oh, hero, what a hero hast thou been! Ha! Thy outward graces have been placed about the thoughts and counsels of thy heart, but fare thee well, most foul, most fair, most pure impiety and impious purity. For thee, I'll lock up all the gates of love, and on my eyelids should conjecture hang to turn all thoughts of beauty into harm, and never shall it be more gracious.
Oh, hath no man here a dagger with a point for me?
Oh, now, cousin, when you will sink you down.
Come! These things come thus to light. Smother her spirits up.
How about the lady?
Dead, I think. Hero, sweet hero, help, uncle. Senior Benedict Friar.
Oh, fate, lift not up thy heavy hand, for death is the fairest cover for the shame that may be wished for.
Sweet hero.
Have comfort, lady.
Doth thou look up?
Yea. Why for should she not?
Why for? Why does not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Could she here deny the story that is printed in her blood? Do not lift, hero, do not lift thine eyes. Did I not think thou wouldst not quickly die? Thought I thy spirit stronger than thy shame? I, myself, with rearward of reproaches, would strike at thy life. Oh, grieved I had but one. Should I for that at frugal nature's frame? Oh, one too much by thee. Why hadst I one? Oh, why did I ever think they were lovely in my sight? Why did I not, with charitable hand, took up a beggar's issue at my gates, and then when smirchest thus and foul, I might have said, no part of this is mine. This shame belongs to some unknown loins. Mine. But mine I loved, and mine I praised, and mine that I was proud on, and mine so much that I myself was not mine, in valuing in her. Oh, she hath fallen into a pit of ink, that the wide sea hath drops too few to wash her clean again, and so too little to season her to her foul, changed flesh.
Sir, be patient. For my part, I am so tired and wonder I know not what to say.
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not, but until last night I had this 12-month been her bedfellow.
Oh, confirmed is now stronger made, which was before barred with ribs of iron. Would the two princes lie? Would Claudia lie, who loved her so that when speaking of her foulness, shed tears upon it? Oh, hence from her, let her die.
Hear me a little, for I have only been silent so long. By noting of the lady, I have marked 1,000 blushes to start into her face. 1,000 shames in angel whiteness did appear to beat away the blushes, and in her eye a fire did burn, which burned away the error these princes hold against her maiden modesty. Call me a fool. Trust not my reading, nor my observation. Trust not my age, nor my reverence, my calling, nor divinity, if this lady here lies not guiltless under some biting lie.
Friar, this cannot be. Thou seest that the only grace that she hath left is that she will not add to her damnation the sin of perjury. Why seekest thou then to cover with excuse that which appears in all honest appearance?
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you. Your daughter here, the princess left for dead. Let it be a while kept in, and publish it that she died indeed. Maintain a mourning ostentation. Hang on your family's old monument mournful epitaphs, and do all rites that appertain unto a burial.
What will this do? Why?
Mary, this well carried off shall on her behalf change slander to remorse. She dying upon the instant she was accused shall be lamented, pitied, and excused of all hearers. For it so falls out that what we have we prize not whilst we enjoy it. But having lacked and lost, why then we rack the value. So shall it be with Claudio. When he shall hear that she died upon his words, the idea of her will creep into his very study of imagination, and every organ of her life shall come apparelled in more precious habit, more moving, delicate, than when she did live, if ever love had interest in his liver. And he will wish that he had not so accused her. Let this be. But if all aim but this be levelled false, the supposition of the lady's death will quench her infamy. And if it sort not well, you may conceal her, as best befits her wounded reputation, in some reclusive and religious life, out of all tongues, minds, and injuries.
Signor Leonardo, join me thither. Let the friar advise you. And though you know my inwardness in love is very much unto the Prince and Claudio, if by mine honor, I will deal in this as secretly and justly as your soul should with your body.
As I flow in grief, the smallest crime may leave me.
'Tis well consented. Come away. Die to live. This wedding day is but perhaps prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, hast thou wept all this while?
Nay, I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason. I do it freely.
And surely I do believe your fair cousin has wronged.
Oh, the might he would deserve of me, the man who would right her.
Is there any way to show such friendship?
There even way, but no such friend.
May a man do it.
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so much as you. Is not that strange?
Strange is the thing I know not. It were as easily possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you, but believe me not, yet I lie not. I confess nor deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
On my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
You would not eat your lips?
No sauce that can be devised to it. I protest. I love thee.
Oh, God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed in me a happy hour. I was about to protest that I love you.
And do so, with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that there's none left to protest.
Bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
No, I'm gone. Though I'm here. Nay, there's no love in you. I pray you let me go.
Beatrice!
In faith, I will go.
We'll be friends first.
You would easier be friends with me? Then fight with mine enemy?
But it's Claudio, thine enemy.
Has he not proved himself the height of a villain? He that slandered, scorned, dishonored the kinswoman? Oh God, that I were a man! What, bear in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor, oh God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Talk with a man out a window. A proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice.
My hero, she's slandered, she's dishonored, she's undone.
Beatrice.
Oh, princes and counties, a good princely testimony, a good count confect, a sweet gallant surely. Oh, that I were a man for his sake, or that I had a friend who would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into courtesies, valor into compliment, and men are turned into tongues, and trim ones too. He's now no better than Hercules, who would tell a lie and swear by it. God, I could not be a man for wishing, therefore I will die a woman grieving.
Tarry, good Beatrice, bind this hand. I love thee.
Use it for some other purpose than swearing by it.
Think you in your soul. The Count Claudio hath wronged hero.
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss thy hand, and so I leave you. By this hand, Claudia shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. And so, farewell.
If you go on thus, you'll kill yourself. And 'tis not wisdom to second grief against yourself.
I pray thee, cease thy counsel, which falls into my ear as profitless as water in a sieve. Give not me counsel, nor let no comforter delight my ear, but such a one whose wrongs do sit with mine. Bring me a father who so loves his child, whose joy of her overwhelms like mine, and bid him speak of patience. Measure his woes, the leap and breadth of mine, and answer every strain for strain, as thus for thus, and every grief for such, and every linement, branch, faith, and form. If such a man can smile, stroke his beard, bid sorrow wag, cry when he should groan, catch grief with sorrow, and make misfortune drunk with candle wasters, then bring them yet to me, and I of them will gather patience. But there is no such man, for brother, all men can counsel and speak comfort to that grief which they themselves not fear. Tasting it, that counsel turns to passion, which before would give perceptual medicine to rage, fetter strong madness in silken thread, charm ache with air, and agony with words. No, it is all men's office to speak patience to those who wring under the load of sorrow, but no man's truth or sufficiency to so endure the like himself. Therefore, give me no counsel. My grief cries louder than advertisement.
Aaron, do men from children nothing differ?
Peace, I pray. I will be flesh and blood. For never was there a philosopher who could endure the toothache patiently, no matter how he ripped the style of gods and made push toward chance and sufferance.
Yet bend not all the harm upon yourself. Let those that do offend you suffer too.
Now thou speakest reason. Nay, I will do this. My soul doth tell me that Hero is belied, and that shall Claudio know, and so shall the prince, and all those who have dishonored her.
Here come the prince and Count Claudio hastily.
Good din, good din.
Good day to both of you.
Hear me, my lords.
We are in some haste, Leonato.
Some haste, my lord? Well, fare thee well, my lord. Art thou so hasty now? Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man.
If he could right himself with quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs him?
Marry thou, Claudio. Thou. Oh, don't think of placing thy hand upon thy sword. I fear thee not.
Marry, sir, beshrew my hand. That if your age such cause of fear, my hand meant nothing to my sword.
Oh, tush, tush, man. Do not fleer and jest with me. I am not, speak not like a dotard nor a fool. I charge thee, Claudio, the trial of a man. I say thou hast belied my child, and she your slander thrust through and through her heart, and she now lies buried with her ancestors. Oh, in a tomb where never scandal slept save that of hers, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine villainy. Thine, I say.
You say not right, old man.
Oh, I will prove it on his bones if he dare, despite his nice fence and active practice, and may of youth and bloom of lustihood.
Away, I'll not have to do with you.
Canst thou doubt me? Thou hast killed my child. Thou killest me, boy, thou shalt kill a man.
And he shall kill two of us, and men indeed. But that's no matter, let him kill one first. Whip me and wear me, let him answer me. Come, sir boy, come follow me. I'll whip you from your pointing fence. Nay, as I'm a gentleman, I will. Content yourself. God knows, I love my niece. Now she is dead, slandered to death by villains that dares well answer man indeed as I dare take a serpent by the tongue. Boys, apes, braggarts, jacks, milksops, hold you content, what man? I know them, yea, and what they weigh, even to the utmost scruples scrambling out, facing fashion-monging boys, that lie and cog and flap, that praise and slander, go and tickle it, show outward hideousness, and speak all half a dozen dangerous words that hurt thy enemies if they durst, and this is all.
Oh, Brother Anthony.
Come, 'tis no matter, do not you meddle, let me deal in this.
Gentlemen both, we will not wake your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but on mine honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
Hear me, my lord.
I will not hear you.
No? Come, brother, away. I will be heard.
And shall, or some of us so smart for it.
See, here comes the man we went to seek.
Now, senor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
You are almost come to part almost a fray.
We'd like to have our two noses bitten off by two old men without teeth.
Leonato and his brother. What thinkest thou? I think if we fought, I doubt we should have been too young for them.
In a false quarrel there is no true valor. I came to seek you both.
And we have been up and down to seek thee. For we are high proof melancholy, and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
No, it's in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Dost thou wear thy wit by thy side?
Never any did so, though many have been beside their wit. I bid thee, draw as we do the minstrels, draw to pleasure us.
By this light he looks pale indeed. Art thou sick or angry?
What courage, man! What thou care killed the cat, thou hast metal in thee enough to kill care.
I shall meet your wit in the career, and you charge it against me? I pray you, choose another subject.
Give him another, for this last was broke cross.
He changes more and more. I think he be angry indeed.
If he be, he knows how to turn his girdle.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me from a challenge.
You are a villain! I jest not. I will make it good how you dare, with what you dare, and when you dare. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and it shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you.
Well, I will meet you, so I may have good cheer.
What, a feast, a feast?
In faith, I thank him. He hath bid me a calf's head to a cap on the witch. If I should carve most curiously, you'll say my knife's not. Shall I not find me out a woodcock too?
Your wit ambles well, it goes easily.
I'll tell thee how Beatrice praised thy wit the other day. I said that thou hadst a fine wit. True, said she, a fine little one. Nay, said I, a great wit. Just, said she, a great gross one. Nay, said I, he hath a good wit. Right, says she, it hurts nobody. Just, said I, the gentleman is wise. True, said she, a wise gentleman. Nay, said I, he hath the tongues. That I believe, said she, for he swore a thing to me on Monday, which he forswore again on Tuesday. There's 2 tongues, there's a double tongue. Thus did she 1,000 hours together train shape thy particular virtues, until at last she concluded with a sigh, thou wast the properest man in Italy.
For the which she wept most heartily and said she cared not.
Yea, that she did, but if she did not hate him deadly, she would love him dearly, the old man's daughter told us all.
All, and moreover, God saw him when he was hid in the garden.
Well, when shall we set the sensible Benedict with the savage bull's horns?
Yea, and with text underneath that reads, here dwells Benedict, the married man.
Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. My lord, for your many courtesies I thank you. I must depart your company. Your brother the bastard is left from Messina. You among you have killed a sweet lady. And for my lord Blackbeard there, he and I shall meet. And until then, peace be with him.
He is in earnest.
In most profound earnest, I'll warn you, for the love of Beatrice.
And he hath challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
What a pretty thing man is when he goes in his doublet and hose and leaves off his wit.
That is a giant to an ape, but an ape is a doctor to such a man.
But soft you, let me be. Pluck up my heart and be sad.
Come you, Syra, and justice cannot think she shall bear way more balance in her weight. And you, sir, being once a cursing hypocrite, you must be looked to.
How now, 2 of my brother's men bound, Baracchio 1.
Hearken after their offense, my lord.
Officers, what offense have these men committed that they are thus brought to their charge?
Mary, sir, these men here have committed false reports. Moreover, they have verified unjust things. Secondarily, they are slanders. 6, and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they have spoken untruths. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
First, I ask thee, what have they done?
Right.
Thirdly, I ask, why are they committed? 6th, and lastly, what lay you to their charge? And to conclude, what have they done?
Rightly reasoned in his own division, and by my troth, there's but one meaning well suited.
Masters, what offense have you committed that you are thus brought to your charge? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood.
Sweet prince, let me go no farther to mine answer. Do you hear me, and let this count kill me? I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdoms cannot discover, these shallow fools have brought to light, who in the night overheard me confess to this man how Don John, your brother, incensed me to slander the lady hero, how you were brought into the orchard and saw me court Margaret in hero's garments, how you disgraced her when you should marry her. My villainy they have upon record, which I had rather seal with my death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead, upon mine and my master's false accusation, and briefly, I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison whilst he utters it.
Did my brother set thee on to this?
Yea, and pay me richly for the practice of it.
He is composed and framed of treachery, and fled he is upon his villainy.
Hero, will thy image doth appear to me in the very semblance which I loved at first.
Come, bring with the plaintiffs.
Which is he the villain? Let me see his eyes, that should I note another man like him, I may avoid him.
If you would know your wronger, look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath did kill my innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
Nay, not so, villain, thou beliest thyself. Here are two honorable men. A third hath fled that had a part in it.
I know not how to pray or patience, yet I must speak. Impose on me whatever punishment your invention can design, but sinned I not but in mistaking.
By my soul, nor I, though to satisfy this good old man, I would bend under any heavy weight that he'll enjoin me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live, that were impossible. But I pray thee both to advise the people of Messina here how innocently she died. And if thou could, in with love and labor aught in sad invention, hang her an epitaph upon her tomb. Sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning I will expect your coming to my house. For since thou couldst not become my son-in-law, thou wilt become yet my nephew. My brother hath a daughter almost the copy of my child, an heir alone to both of us. Give her the rights thou should have given my cousin, and so dies my revenge.
O noble sir, your overkindness doth wring tears from me. I do embrace your offer and dispose for henceforth of poor Claudio.
Tomorrow morning I will expect thy coming. Tonight I take my leave. This naughty man will face to face be brought to Margaret, who I believe was packed in all this wrong, hired for it by your brother.
No, by my soul she was not, nor knew what she did when we spoke, but she has always been just and virtuous in anything I do know by her.
Moreover, sir, which indeed is not under white and black, this plaintiff here, the offender, did indeed call me ass. And I beseech your worship, let it be remembered in his punishment. Also, the watch heard them talk of one deformed. They say wears a lock in his ear and a key hanging by it, who hath borrowed money in God's name for so long, and never paid, that now men grow hard-hearted and will not give. I pray you, examine him upon that point.
I thank thee for thy pains and honest care.
Why, your worship speaks like a reverent and most thankful youth. Why, I praise God for you.
Here for thy pains.
God save the foundation.
Go now. I discharge you of thy prisoners. And I thank you.
Thank you so much, your worship. I leave a bunch of errant knaves with your worship, which I beseech your worship to correct yourself for the example of others. I wish your worship well. God restore your worship to health. I humbly give your worship leave to depart, and if a merry meeting be wished, by God prohibit it.
Take thee the prisoners on. Lords, farewell. I will look for you tomorrow.
Farewell, my lords. We look for you tomorrow.
We will not fail.
Tonight I'll mourn with Hero.
Tonight Now we shall go to Margaret and see how her acquaintance grew with this lewd fellow.
I pray thee, sweet Mistress Margaret, to serve well at my hand by helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
In so high a style, Margaret, that no man living shall come over it, for indeed most comely truth thou deservest it.
What? To have no man come over me, shall I always keep below stairs?
Thy wit is as quick as a greyhound's mouth it catches.
And yours as blunt as a fencer's foils, which hit but hurt not.
A most manly wit, Margaret. I pray you, go fetch Beatrice. I give thee the bucklers.
Give us the swords. We have bucklers of our own.
If you use them, Margaret, you must put in the pikes with a vice, for they are dangerous weapons for maids.
Well, I will fetch Beatrice to you, who I think hath legs.
And therefore will come? The God of love that sits above and knows me and knows me. Oh, how pitiful I deserve. I mean in singing, but in loving. Leander the good swimmer, Troilus the first employer of panders, and a whole book full of these quondam carpetmongers whose names yet run smoothly in an even road with a blank verse, why they were never so turned over and over as my poor self in love. But I cannot put it to rhyme. I have tried. I can find out no rhyme to lady, but baby. It doesn't rhyme. For scorn, horn, a hard rhyme. For school, fool, a babbling rhyme. Many ominous endings. No, I was not born under the rhyming plant, nor I cannot woo in festival terms. Oh, oh, Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I called thee?
Yea, Senor, depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Oh, then is spoken. Fare you well.
Oh.
Yet, here I go. Let me go with that I came, which is to know what has passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words are but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Oh, thou hast frighted the word out of its good sense, so forcible is thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must shortly hear from him, or serious things will occur. But I must tell thee, what of my bad parts did thou first fall in love with me?
Oh, for them all together. And they maintain so politic a state of evil that they would not allow one good thing to intermingle with them. But, for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love, a good epithet. I do suffer love, for I love thee against my will.
Oh, against your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart. But if you would spite your heart for me, then I would spite mine for you. For I could never hate that which my friend loves.
You and I are too wise to woo peaceably. Now tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and mend. And thereaupon I will leave you, for here comes one in haste.
Madam, you must come to your uncle. Yonder's old coil at home. It is proved my lady hero hath been falsely accused, the prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Don John, who's the author of it all, is fled and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you hear this news, Senor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thy eyes, and moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's.
Is this the tomb of Signor Leonardo?
It is.
Put to death by slanderous tongues is the hero that here lies. Death, incurrent of her wrongs, gives her fame which never dies. So the life that died with shame lives in death with glorious fame. Hang thou there on the tomb, praising her when I am dumb. Now, music, sound and sing your solemn hymn. Pardon, goddess of the night, those that slew thy virgin light, or the witch with songs of woe. Round about her tomb they go. Midnight, assist our moan. Help us to sigh and groan. Heavily, heavily. Now, graves, yawn and yield your dead till death be uttered. Heavily, heavily. Now into thy bones, good night. Yearly will I do this right.
The moral masters, each a separate voice. Come, let us hence put on other weeds, and then to Leonardo's we will go.
Hymen now with left here she speeds, for whom we rendered up this woe.
Did I not tell you your daughter was innocent?
So are the Prince and Claudio, who accused her of the error that you heard debated.
Well, I'm glad that all things sort so well.
And so am I, being else by faith enforced to call young Claudio to a reckoning.
The Prince and Claudio promised to meet me within this hour here. Brother, you know your office. You must be father to your brother's daughter and give her to young Claudio.
Which I will do with confirmed countenance.
Good friar. must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, Signor?
To bind me or undo me, one of them. Truth it is, Signor, good Signor. Your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
The eyes, I think my daughter gave her.
And I do, with an eye of love, requite her.
The sight whereof I think I gave to you and Claudio and the prince. What is your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical, but my will. For my will is that your goodwill will stand with ours this day, to be conjoined in honorable marriage. And for that, friar, I shall desire thy help.
My heart is with your liking.
And my help. Here come the prince and Claudio.
Which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same as she.
Well then, you are mine. Sweet, let me see your face.
Oh, no, not so. Not until you take her hand before this friar and swear to marry her.
Take my hand. Before this friar, I am your husband if you like me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero?
Nothing certainer. One hero died defiled, but I do live. And as surely as I live, I am a maid.
The former hero. Hero that is dead?
When she died, her scandal lived.
All this amazement can I qualify. When after the holy rites have ended, I will tell you largely of fair hero's death. Till then, let wonders seem familiar.
Beatrice!
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do not you love me?
No, no more than reason.
What? Then your uncle, the prince, and Claudio have been deceived. They swore that you did.
Do you not you love me?
Troth, no more than reason.
Then my cousin Margaret and Ursula are much deceived, but they did swear you did.
They swore you were almost sick for me.
They swore you were nigh well dead for me.
Oh, 'tis no such matter. Then you do not love me.
No, no more than friendly recompense.
Cousin, I am certain you love the gentleman.
I'll be sworn upon that he loves her. For here's a letter written of his own hand, a sonnet of his own pure brain, fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's another writ by my cousin Beatrice, stolen from her pocket, containing her affection unto Benedict.
A miracle! It's our hands against our hearts. Come, I will take thee, but by this life I take thee for pity.
Oh, I would not deny you, but on this day I yield upon great persuasion, partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Peace, I will stop your mouth.
How dost thou, Benedict, the married man?
I tell thee what, Prince, a college of witcrackers couldn't flout me out of my humor. Dost thou think I care for a satire or an epigram? No. If a man be beaten with brains, he sure were nothing handsome about him. In brief, since I do purpose to marry, I will think nothing to any purpose that the world can say against it. So do not flout at me for what I have said against it, for man is a giddy thing. And this is my conclusion. And for thy part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee, but in that thou art like to be my kinsman, live unbruised, and love my cousin.
I would have hoped thou would have denied Beatrice so that I may have cudgeled thee out of thy single life to make thee a double dealer.
Come, we are friends. Let's have a dance ere we are married, to lighten our own hearts and our wives' heels.
Away!
Prince, thou art sad. Get thee a wife. Get thee a wife.
My lord, your brother John is taken in flight with our men back to Messina.
Think not on him till tomorrow. I will devise thee brave punishment for him. Strike out pipers!